This is a classic dilemma in the surf world, one that involves peeing in your wetsuit. So here we go. From a listener, tool to live by, presented by VayerWatches.com/surf splendor, by the way, 15% off.
Hey guys, this is Carl calling in for the grit. Last week's episode, there was mention of not using the shower at the beach to rinse off because the salt water is just that much more pure. I'd just like to add on that there are times where, you know, you got to go to work after you surf. And for me, I don't know how many people do this, probably most, but I piss in my wetsuit every single surf session to the point where now when I put my wetsuit on, my body thinks it's time to pee, even if there's really nothing coming out. So there's been a lot of times where I piss my suit multiple times in the session before work and then head straight to work. And certain jobs I've had in the past are, you know, pretty customer facing and or, you know, a professional environment. And so I'd rather not smell like piss. Given there's been plenty of times where I don't rinse off after I piss my suit and go to work. So I guess barreling off, pissing in your suit, not rinsing off, and going to work. Let me know what you guys think. All right. Bye-bye. Keep work.
You got a solution for our wetsuit pisser?
Yep, I sure do. The most important thing not to shower after surf is your hair and head, right? And so if you have pissed in suit, go to the shower, go half down, pull your wetsuit out, good little rinse in there, right? It's probably not the best. I mean, what? Like you've been sitting in your ammonia pee for however long. All good. That's fine. That is all well and good when you're rinsing something off that's unchill. Just don't get your head wet. Leave those salty brines in your hairs.
Not bad advice. Problem with your advice, though, is I may be forced into a social interaction at the shower again. Like, I just don't want to hit that shower no matter what.
I hear you, but I feel if you're holding your shower out and getting your business, that people will be less inclined to engage.
So I was thinking about this call and I'm like, why is it that I have not been in the situation that he's in? I pee in my wetsuit. I go straight to work often. I don't smell like pee. What's the difference? And then I realized I implemented a solution 15 years ago, so long ago that I don't even remember implementing it. And that is never pee in the last 10 minutes of your session.
Oh, of course.
Like
Yes.
I wear the finest wetsuits in the world. Pee still gets flushed out of them. You know what I mean? Like it can be, it's pretty tight, it's snug, it's not supposed to let water in, all that sort of stuff, but pee gets flushed out of it. And so I've learned early on, if I have to pee and I'm planning to catch my last wave in, I don't pee. I hold
No.
it until I get inland or onto land, and then I pee after I get changed. But if you're gonna, yeah, if you do pee, then you got to stay out another 10 minutes until it's fully flushed out of your wetsuit. That's the
And
solution.
also, and that's like you can also enhance the flushing out in the lineup. Like you can
You
go
can,
down,
yeah.
like pull out your neck. It's cold, but you know, you're doing your business. And I feel, let's be honest here, unless you're really sickly or weird, how much different is pee than ocean water smell wise? I don't think it's that much different. Where I think one quick little flush, you're good to go.
Depends which ocean, which beach you're swimming at.
That's true. I mean, but I think Southern California specifically, I feel that your pee to ocean variability is pretty much the same.
The levels of other people's pee in the water in our local oceans and fecal matter for that matter, if you surf near the river mouth, is pretty high. And so you are just flushing your pee out and putting in somebody else's.
Exactly. But also, I will hold space for the dude who just peed, wetsuit, take a shower. Just don't get your head wet. Like it's really the people that really make me mad are the ones who are like treating it like a shower.
Yeah.
Head under, rinsing, like kind of smoothing it around their face. No, no, no. That's all precious brine right there. Don't
Yeah.
wash that off. But if you need
That,
to flush,
so talking about oysters earlier, that is another thing that grinds my gears is people dumping the brine out of the oyster before they eat it.
you suck that brine right down. That
That's
brine is tough.
that's the point of the oyster. Like the oyster is a filter for ocean. It's cleaning the ocean's water and giving you the essence of the ocean that it came from. So Pacific is different than the Atlantic and different regions are all different. And that's the whole point is to identify that uh, crystalline version of that ocean's brine, right? In the oyster. And we had a family event a while back. I spent 40 minutes shucking oysters. And I'm not going to say who in the family, but people in the family, more than one, walk up and they're
Yeah,
like, awesome, oysters, pick up the shell, dump the liquid out, eat it. And I'm like, what are you doing? You just ate the
yeah.
worst part only. You ate the grossest part and got rid of the good part. What are you
You're
doing?
insane. You're insane. Here in France, I fully Normandy oysters, big ones, full of like I've just been basically sucking D-Day right down. Like it is tastes so good. Like
That's the
you
title
got
for this episode. Chaz sucks the D-Day. Right down. Um,
it's so good. With
it's
like at this point, I'm not even putting vinegar or anything on them. I am like straight up just a little bit of lemon and then that ocean brine.
raw dog in the D-Day.
Yep.
Um, well, yeah, I agree. So the brine is where it's at, obviously. So I do here's the other thing. I keep water, fresh water in my car, in my kit of beach things, strictly to rinse my feet, get the sand off my feet one final time before either putting socks on or whatever. And so that can also be used on your junk if needed.
Little dump down in the junk.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that tip, of course, is brought to you by 𝐿𝐬𝐬 watches. 𝐿𝐬𝐬 spelled VAER, and of course, ocean ready. They are waterproof guaranteed, assembled in America. You can get yours for 15% off at 𝐿𝐬𝐬watches.com/surf splendor.